Hello and welcome back to Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
This is the podcast where we listen to a song and then make an anime for it. We take 5 minutes separately and write our own animes, and then we come together and make a mega anime when we combine our ideas into one mega idea. So we've done that today with the song Lionheart by the band Girls' Generation, GG,
I love this
SNSD.
song. I love this song so much.
They OG K-pop, kinda.
I would say.
Yeah, I mean, they've been around. They all kind of split up and...
I think that they started the, newer wave.
Definitely.
Because we know K-pop has been around for a couple of years.
Yeah, and they had, comebacks and solo artists, and they'd split off. This was like SM Entertainment, trying a really big girl group, splitting it off into threes, etc., etc. Pretty crazy. I think we've done a couple songs, at least Flyers was one of them with Time Flyers. But we've done that today, so we listened to that song, we wrote our own ideas. You can listen to the song at any point, now, later, right now, pause the episode.
You should listen to it always, because it's just great.
This is a great song.
I love this song.
We've even seen the music video for it ages ago. So hopefully that didn't influence our ideas too much.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I have women in my idea.
Oh, no. I possibly do as well. Okay. But we've done that today, and I'm going to share my idea for this podcast today.
Okay.
All right. My idea for Girls' Generation Lionheart is that two coworkers are always the center of office gossip and drama. They're always escaping to the roof for breaks and aren't seen for hours.
Oh, that's a really bad employee.
Luckily, their friend / also coworker covers for them and does 3 times the amount of work as a normal person.
Oh, I feel sorry for them.
What are they doing on the roof exactly? Well, one is an excellent landscape artist and is constantly painting or drawing the beautiful landscapes around the place of work because it's a really tall building. So
okay, when you said landscape artist, I pictured someone who
yeah. Paints landscapes, not does landscaping.
Installs shrubs.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
This isn't an HGTV episode
roof.
this time. That'd be cool though. They'd trimming hedges. Garden. Yeah, maybe.
Sorry.
Let's see. The other is a budding photographer and is always sharing their photos and inspiration with their coworker while they paint. Everything always works out because, their friend is covering for them, basically.
Oh, gotcha, with work.
But one night, their works are combined into a fantastical collage.
Would you call it a mega collage?
A mega collage. And it looks so good that the president of the company sometimes goes up on the roof, sees this work, and buys it for a large sum of money.
Whoa.
The third friend always has their backs. Because he made the collage.
Oh, I was until he doesn't anymore and then he turns them in?
No, he's this, she, doesn't matter. They're just the best at everything.
Wow.
They cover their work, and they make legit modern art, combining photography and landscape painting.
I hope they get credited.
Well, let's see.
Okay.
In my anime. It's painting the...
Painting the sky.
Painting the sky. Yeah, that's dumb.
Well...
That's my idea.
Cool.
And I was thinking sometimes, the photographer goes to the zoo and takes pictures of lions.
And you can really tell how big their... Hearts are, because they're generous lions.
Yes, they pose very well.
And give...
It's just because the song's Lionheart.
All right. I like it, though.
All right. Share your idea.
Because then you'd get to animate all sorts of animals.
That's the thing. Photography is so cool. They could be taking pictures of the sky, of zoo, of whatever the fuck, and then the landscape artist is doing a 360 of the whole... building.
And then paints lions into all of their...
No, see, they don't paint it. The collage just combines it all.
That's cool. It's a mixed media.
Exactly. That's why the president of the company buys it for a large sum of money.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's my idea. It's very slice of life. Mm-hmm. And non-magical.
Well, mine's similar.
Okay.
to the slice of life non-magical.
All right.
So...
Because, I mean, we went, like, way magic last time. Like, you had elves, and I had, like, dark magic forces.
And outlaws.
And we combined it into elf magic.
Mm-hmm.
Elf,
decorative.
HGT. Elf GT. Yeah. Elfin Gardens.
Elfin Gardens.
Gnomes and Gardens.
Aw, Gnomes and Gardens. Oh my god, I love that.
Better Gnomes and Gardens. That's probably a thing. Okay, do you want to share your idea?
I guess, but I do just want to talk more about how our little elf friends got... Okay.
I know. You ever get Will Forte on the horn?
You know what?
He's a hard man to track down.
He is.
He's going through time and universes.
He's busy.
Fucking people's shit up.
Yeah.
But giving them really good backsplashes.
Those backsplashes.
Yeah. If you have no idea what we're talking about, go listen to Wanted Redesign, our last episode.
It was a favorite.
Previous episode.
For me. It's up there.
It was a good one.
It's a favorite.
It's a good one.
Anyhow, I guess I can tell you what I pictured
all right, let's
for
see.
Lionheart, Girls' Generation. One of my favorite songs.
It's so good. We're super biased to this song. This song is our bias.
Song. Yes.
To all K-pop. Oh, no, you do like that one... I don't know.
Don't bring that one up. It's not...
Or you do like that one really bad song.
It's not good, but I like it. Anyway, that's a G-Dragon and top song.
Oh, man.
Anyhow, so my idea for Lionheart by Girls' Generation is a group of women during World War II who work in a factory. So factory girls.
Mm-hmm.
And all the ladies like board together and go out dancing when the soldiers are,
away.
No, when they come back into town.
Oh.
Like is everyone a soldier? I guess they're like Navy men and stuff. Anyway.
Soldier.
When the boys come back to town.
The boys.
They go dancing and whatnot. But they like board together and you have all the dramas of war, and it's a good portrait of the resilience of women and mankind. But kind of it would explore the changing role of women during wartime, because they're going from employed in like factories and being trusted with all this stuff to the war's over and now they're expected to go back to civilian life, for lack of a better word. Their, gender roles.
Is it like a documentary? In anime?
No, but just, it's lighthearted, but also...
It's like almost nonfiction, just like very loosely based on that era.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And just all these strong women that have been working for themselves, and all of a sudden, maybe their sweetheart was away and came back and said, okay, let's get married and have kids. And she's like, whoa, I'm not sure that's really for me. And so the struggle of what, their old supposed roles to what they were doing, and then having to return back to that.
I'm imagining a really cool cast of like very different women with like different everything about them. Backstories, shapes, sizes,
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And they all have the little like neckerchiefs around their head.
They could do it.
But that's pretty much it. Sort of a feel-good kind of Call the Midwife-esque of cast of character, story development.
If you're at all like Call the Midwife, then you're a damn good show. So
I'd like to think so. So I didn't have a super clear like storyline other than just the cast of characters.
Exactly.
The women,
it would follow the women.
They're, they board together, they've bonded, they're working together, and then the war ends and they have to return, and it's a rough return.
And they are a cast of characters. Like, they are very diverse and interesting.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course you want to learn more about these people because their story is awesome and you are interested in hearing about it.
And then you get to see how, Diane dealt with her husband who came back, and now, he's dealing with like PTSD and she's having a hard time being... I'm
pretty sure there's like real life shows that are like doing that, but I mean, to do it in an anime is like a cool... You can kind of have the more whimsical nature to it, but also gritty reality is harder but scarier to do in like anime sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that one Miyazaki one, the
Wind
Rises is like so the dreamscapes are so vivid and bright, like vibrant and stuff. But then he cuts back to like the actual war and like what his machines are being used for. And
exactly.
It's like fucking awful, and you're like, oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like that, but
but focusing on the women rather than a Japanese aircraft manufacturer.
Yes. And I'm reading a book that deals with the Korean War, so I guess this is on my mind a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
I chose a different war because I don't know much about the Korean War, but it's a really cool book.
But you're reading about it.
Yeah, I'm learning. Just starting.
That's what you do. You're going to learn so much about it by the end of this book.
Yeah, between that and the Wonder Years, I mean...
It's done.
Did you know his dad was a Korean War veteran? Now
Is that the one with Fred Savage in it?
Yes.
Well.
I love that show. Anyhow, so that was my idea.
All right, so we got the Wonder Years and... no,
actually.
All right, so we got factory girls and 2 workers doing art.
Yeah.
Both are workers.
Mm-hmm. We have workplace animes.
We sure do.
So that's something.
So I think maybe... I really like your setting... And maybe...
Should the rooftop just be where some factory girls go?
Yeah. It's like the rooftop of a manufacturing plant. And they all go and hang out in kind of like a club. And then it's like a meeting place for them. And they have their individuality and, like they have more power because of the war. Mm-hmm. And they get used to it. And then it's not stripped away from them, but it is like... heavy-handedly like taken or at least attempted. Exactly. And so there's that. Yours is just great. Like Thanks. Standalone, but let's put some art into it.
I really like the idea that maybe after the war they try and meet together to make art because they're so used to working with their hands and manufacturing and they just don't. I mean, obviously they miss each other because they boarded together and they had those bonds. But now, one of them said maybe she always had been, drawing in the corner or something, and another one had been taking pictures.
It's less like they were causing trouble by not working, and more they were just going on breaks as they were supposed to.
Yeah, and they all discovered
and still all bonding and doing
they had
it
things
there.
In common.
Exactly, and the commonalities between them carried over even though the war is over and they had to return to some quote-unquote normalcy.
Yes.
And
the expected.
This, like, shift between the two. Like, I think framing the anime, you could easily shoot or show, like, past stuff completely separate from the, like, present future stuff because it would be, like, such a different view. Like the color, like all the colors would be different, like browner and grayer when they're like working. And then it's like, I think there's like a green that's like always pushed through like their landscape painting, et cetera, et cetera. And that's like always the like through like connection between their relationships in the past and the present.
I like that.
Okay.
I also thought of something that might be kind of cool. If they had been making pieces of art throughout the war and afterwards, but didn't share it until years later.
Oh, yeah,
when maybe the, box was found or whatever of their pieces. And then we could explore, this painting, this piece, this picture, this sculpture.
Shit. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
How it came to be.
It would do like the zoom in on the painting and then it'd be like...
Yeah, and then you'd zoom back out.
Not completely done, yeah. And
it could be even like in an art gallery.
Yeah.
And, all these old women are wandering around and you don't realize that's their stuff.
It could go, like, the present future thing can follow so many different pieces and women that, like, maybe... That's the thing. The art is, like, the core of it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's really cool.
So even in, this time of war where there is, of course, suffering and pain and...
There's like still, a beauty that can be made that's
maybe
like always present.
Stolen a few extra nuts and bolts from the floor and like made something out of it.
Oh yeah, like a little
just
T-Rex,
little found objects and.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the mixed media comes into this very much. Like they all paint a specific block and then combine them all into some
put them together,
motiony, like large vibrant
kind of like
painting,
a quilt, but
exactly.
Yeah.
Like maybe they do even knit sometimes. I don't know. When they're older, it's what they.
Their crafts change.
They're just like they keep wanting to be so busy. Like that's one of the women is just like so used to the work. You're like
they're having a hard time
to be torn away from it and so abruptly
and to
like,
lose each other.
Exactly.
That support system.
The bonds between them. Yeah, it's really good.
So maybe they all get, rehomed. They're not dogs. They all, after the war, they move.
Yeah.
And maybe like once a year they make it.
They have like a spot.
Yeah. They all gather back at the factory. Maybe not on the roof, but in that town or something. And they.
At someplace.
And so every year they try and keep it up and make more stuff.
And over the years, less people show up. I think there's like a clear like leader character.
Yes.
Not like appointed leader, but like she's the one that like is always trying to
Maybe
ensure
she was
that
the manager.
Exactly. She's like ensuring that everyone continues to come, continues to converse with each other, write letters, etc. Trying to keep those connections because she like acknowledged how like powerful and strong it was during that time.
Yeah, and maybe her sweetheart didn't come home and she needed them most of all.
Exactly, yeah. So when the war was over and she had lost more than most, then you're like, what she had gained was also lost, and therefore, like, fucking depression spiral right there.
Yeah, and that's maybe when she turns to even more art and even...
Yeah, hopefully not bad things. But maybe there is, like, a dark tinge to it in some regard, I mean, it's not all fucking dandy gumdrops.
No. But the song just made me picture all of them working together.
Yeah.
And being strong.
Strong and happy with what they're doing. Yeah, definitely. It's because they chose to do it in the first place.
Doing
they
your part
took
kind
up
of
the
a
work.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
I mean, it's fucking cool.
I think that's neat. I also want to... I know we're looking at a trailer on Netflix for the potato peel pie reading club or whatever, Guernsey.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of want them to have a cutesy name like that.
Right.
Like
might not be the title, but I agree.
But I think they have to have an art and
the Rosie Riveters, shit
something like that. Yeah. The art and structure club. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
building
something.
and painting. Yeah, you get it.
I think that'd be cool.
Intense.
So. Anyway, I think that's kind of a complete
I think
cool
so too.
idea.
I think, again, it's like, it's all character based. So
definitely.
There isn't really the story besides the overarching, war ending and war being going.
We see them, really, even though the times are tough, we see them doing really well for themselves. Thriving. We see them thriving. Yeah. They have each other. They have fulfilling work, hopefully. Yeah. And then they've got their art, and then it all kind of implodes.
Yeah. Shit. That's fucking good.
So I'm thinking maybe a quarter of the way is when the war ends.
Yeah, but I think it doesn't really matter. I think because we can switch between the past, present, future so much, it doesn't need to have...
That's true.
The war is over, it's always over and it's always going on during the show at the same time. But it just depends on what episode you're on.
This is very Slaughterhouse-5.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Not that we're necessarily time jumping, but it's always
there are
going on.
Tralmaphadorians.
It's at some point it's always happening, and at some point it's always over.
Shit, that was a good book.
Yeah, we read that one together. We did a little book club. Our own potato pie club.
Yeah, they read Slaughterhouse 3.
No.
The sequel. The prequel.
No. I'm going to veto that.
All right.
But
fine.
Well,
Slaughterhouse 4.
Kurt Vonnegut was a little busy then.
It's true.
Being
shot at. Peeing and pooping and whatever.
It's a good book if you haven't read it. One of my favorite authors.
It's a very, very good book. It makes you think, man.
It really does.
That was a while ago, too, but I feel like it's very...
It came back a little bit.
It's very in this episode.
Yeah.
Let's get Kurt Vonnegut on the horn.
You know he's passed, right?
Damn it!
I'm sorry to be the one that
I know.
Broke the news.
That's why when I found the B one,
I know.
I was like, what? New Kurt Vonnegut?
Yeah.
Just unfound, unfinished. Mm-hmm. It's fucking good. Either way, we have this cast of characters. We have a very serial TV show style of show.
It might be too cheesy to do like each episode's on this one piece and then, this episode's on this piece.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of a refined instead of the piece, it more follows like a character. So the piece isn't always present, but it's like always a character is the centerpiece of an episode.
Yeah.
And their
or,
issue
depending on how many seasons we get, we could do an art piece a season.
That's true,
and
yeah.
how they all relate to it.
That's fucking true as hell. Doesn't really matter.
No, but...
I'm not going to get that far. Netflix, pick us up. We got an unnamed anime, but it'll have a name by the end of this episode.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Do you want to think of a title?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with everything we've got.
I am too. It's fucking cool.
Ironed out.
I'm super happy with mine
I think
being in yours and yours being in mine, etc., etc.
Cool.
Let's think of words.
Oh, well, the one thing is they sold it for a lot of money. Should they donate it to a museum and just get,
I think we've already kind of broached that subject in that when they're older, they're like still doing well for themselves. They go to galleries, et cetera, et cetera. So they found some success to some degree by selling something.
None of them are like artists.
Exactly.
Except for maybe the main one who lost her.
It's a hobby for
husband,
most, and then like
whatever.
the actual artist woman is like the main leader who starts the club.
And maybe because at that time, and I mean, I'm sure to some point still, the art world is very male-oriented.
Oh, definitely.
So maybe she helped pioneer that and like opened one of the first women's galleries for like women's only work. And
exactly. It's that. It's then later on in the future, she's semi-famous for doing all these things and grants and people who are interested in her story. And so you get a lot of like third-hand. I think there's probably like a news person who's interested in this story and they're recounting it, and then it does the whole flashback.
I almost feel like we need her to have passed away or something.
Oh, there's like a galvanizing, like she has passed and they all meet up at the funeral and it kind of starts.
Oh, so she's always had like this women's run gallery, but has never showed any of the pieces that she and her cohort helped make. But when she passes, all of them bring what they had together as a farewell to her and to honor her.
Shit, that's really good.
Oh, that like kind of makes me want to cry a little bit.
That's really good.
But that would be, especially if you don't know right away as the, watcher.
Exactly.
They're just there. And then you're like, wait, where's, the main lady?
That's
and
definitely held
someone just says, like, she would have been really happy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I think there's, like, this like, future where they're at the gallery showing their pieces. It's, like, you aren't even expecting to see her because she like owns it. So you're like, they'll see her at the end of this like
she's probably busy. Yeah.
Exactly. And so like the whole show, you're just like, they'll see her, haha. But she's like so dead.
Aw. But recently. So.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why the whole gallery is getting like a second wind or whatever, because it's
maybe just, a lot of people didn't realize.
Exactly.
That she had been part of that.
And she, in her will...
Because they would have, broken up the collection and taken it with them. And
and so when it all comes back together and they all come back together and, like, the gallery is complete and all of her will was, like, saying stuff like that. Exactly. That's really good.
Oh, my God. This kind of makes me want to cry.
It's really good. It's Crying the Show, but an anime.
Oh, my God.
We've done it. I told you, if you want to make it like Call the Midwife, you gotta make it a little sad.
Crying the Anime. We've done it.
We've done it. A good title there.
Wow. Well, let's do our flippy floppy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we already got the title, but like,
we gotta.
Let's just workshop it a little bit.
So, which words do you want to do?
Let's do art and war.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think those are good fodder words.
Cool. All right, do you want to do a art word or a war word first?
Ooh, I'll choose an art word.
A art word. I'll do a war word. 3, 2, 1. Death.
Oh, creation.
Shit.
Well then.
We got the 2 differences.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Would you like to switch?
Yeah, sure. I'll do an art word. You do a war word.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Brush.
Oh, cool. Transformation. So I had creation and transformation.
Creation, transformation.
Dude.
I had brush with death.
Oh.
Yeah, just because it's weird. I don't know.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I thought of, please don't hate me, artillery, but like art-tillery.
No.
Artillery.
No. That's very funny.
I'm sorry.
Gives the wrong fucking idea about this heart-wrenching crying show.
It's what I thought of.
You watch the show, you cry.
I already have in the thought process.
It's true. So, how do we... Let's see.
It's crazy that we got death and creation.
It's pretty awesome.
It's like heavy.
Death and creation. It's kind of a heavy fucking title.
Yeah, it might be a little...
Too on the nose.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to have some joy in the women that... the theme
We
song.
totally did.
The theme song.
I know, the theme song to...
It'd be like, death and creation.
Death and creation. Yeah, I don't think that would work very well. I'm just saying, it's gotta be something more whimsical.
Just a touch.
Just a touch of whimsy. My other art word was paint.
Paint? All right.
I didn't get another war word, but I thought of paint.
What about artillery?
Put them together, you get paint and brush.
I like your brush with death, but...
Yeah, I don't think it really gets the point
unless
across.
we did like paintbrush with death, but that
sounds
not
so bad.
Okay,
that sounds hokey as hell.
It does.
It do. But yeah, like I don't know, brush with death. I had brush, I had death, brush with death.
Yeah, I had creation and transformation.
Creation, transformation. Brush with creation, transformation.
Yes.
Create with brush, transform. Was your war word?
Yeah, because it like transforms the countryside.
Oh,
and, you know.
I see. It transforms the people who are affected by it mentally.
Oh, works of wartime.
Oh, I like that.
So, I think it's cool because it could be the name of like the show in the gallery, Works of Wartime.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And I mean, it's their works that they did during wartime. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they're also doing all the work for...
They're working.
Yeah, the country.
During wartime.
For lack of... It's weirdly patriotic.
And it's like the peacetime in this show is equally important, but the like past that is focused on the most is...
them working together.
Them working their works during wartime.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
I think that works pretty well.
I think it's the entire idea in a little bow.
Yeah.
It's good.
Cool.
Sounds great.
Well,
Works of wartime. Works of wartime.
Who do you want to be?
Oh God.
It could be works in wartime, but
I like of.
I do too.
It's better.
Just checking.
Yeah, that's good. I think I would be. Oh God. I'd probably be like a.
You want to be one of the soldiers?
Yeah.
Who's coming home, or that they dance with, or.
Oh God, yeah, sure. I'd be at like a swing club.
Don't let me influence you.
No, I'd be at like a swing club. I like that.
Okay.
I'd be like, come on, girls, let's dance.
Can we continue the theme where you and I are like hooking up?
Yeah.
So
you're also
you'll
at a
ask
dance
me to
club?
dance in the background,
and you'll say no, and then we're married 2 years later.
Damn, that was fast.
Whirlwind romance.
Okay, if you insist.
Of background characters.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Maybe I'll invite some of the main characters to our wedding.
Yeah. Or wine and book club.
Yes, if that's what we're doing.
Or a couple of them are in your book club.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then they get invited to the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And then they invite all their friends, and it's a big old party.
Yeah, because if we have the whole, cast of women there, it doesn't really matter that it's our wedding.
No.
They're just there.
Yeah. But I feel like that would ruin the whole thing of them, like, being together at the end with the woman dying. I guess they hang out other times.
Well, why can't it be while he's just, like, home on leave kind of a thing?
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's still when they're young.
That's great. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So rather than 2 years later, it'd be, like, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Ultra whirlwind.
Yes.
Hurricane
marriage.
Gale force. Yeah, that's good. I think per our normal likes, we've made it a port town, and there's Navy men.
Yeah.
And it's, in and out on boats, because that's just what we enjoy. And it's Kiki's Delivery Service all over again.
Oh.
But
I love a good...
If you're going to copy aspects of an anime, it might as well be fucking Miyazaki. So
it's true.
That's good. We're in it.
Mm-hmm. Do
you want to cast some fine ladies to be in it, or just get some unknowns? Or both. Mix of both.
Since we haven't really figured out how many we want.
That's true.
I don't know if we really want to cast.
Like a couple and like leave it up. Yeah, let's just...
I mean, there's no one in my mind that I'm picturing as like the main artist.
Right. I think there has been a lot of good like historical fiction / nonfiction movies in recent years, and so just pick a handful from those. Figure out how many... I mean, that's the thing. This group could be huge. Mm-hmm. Not too huge. Like, you gotta have...
Like 10.
Like 8 to 10. Yeah, exactly. But that's still a lot of people. And I'm not gonna think of 8 to 10 names right now. So...
No. And I think we can just get some good voice actresses.
I think so, too. And they'll do a killer job. Stellar job.
I can't think of anyone right off the top of my head that I can... picture.
Yeah, it's tough. That's the thing. It's such like a diverse, varied group. It'd be
just pick.
It could be anybody.
Just have everyone be represented and talented, and
yeah, exactly. God, I just imagined the like really depressing internment like sub series going on in there.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's fucking sad. No. Like, it's going on. I don't know. Is this like a real war, or is this like...
I mean, I said World War II.
Okay.
Way back when.
So it's like... There's like very specific events that happen then.
Yeah. I was thinking it had some historical... accuracy.
That's what I'm saying. You use those accurate events to weave the drama.
Yep.
It's fucking bad. Bad stuff happened in America.
Yep.
So right now. So we got the title. We got us. We got...
we're not going to cast.
We're not going to cast anybody.
No.
Except us.
Yeah.
Because we're always in it. Prosy D is...
your best man?
He's a good boy. Unless he's a sailor boy.
Okay.
Just because somehow we have to cast him every week now.
Is this a thing? I'm not sure. Should we ask first?
No. I already told him on Twitter. I was like, we, against your will, cast you in this anime.
Well,
so, whoops. Whoopsie daisy.
All right. We'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah. We'll see when I forget about him. Never. Either way.
Yes.
Thanks for listening to Instant Anime.
Just Had Music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
This has been the podcast. And you can follow us on Twitter at Instant Anime Pod, where we share GIFs and tease episodes and also post them there and hang out if you want to chat us up.
Sure. And we host on Podbean, instantanime.podbean.com to be exact.
It's a website.
Yeah. And if you go to that website, you can get to all of our links to our merch and our Spotify playlist and our suggestion forum, and all of the links in the description are clickable.
It's totally true. You can click the link to listen to this song.
So you don't have to look it up.
Lionheart by Girls' Generation, GG, SNSD.
You need to listen because it's
a
really
damn
great.
Good song.
It's just really great.
Such a banger. But yeah, that has been the show. and follow us on Twitter or check out our Podbean, and that's it.
Send us suggestions.
Do that. It's a Google form. It's super easy. If a song pops into your head and you're like, man, I wish Sarah and Jimmy would make this into an anime, then we'd do it.
Send it in.
Unless it was too hard, and then we give up.
We haven't done that.
Never.
Honestly, we haven't.
Never, ever.
The ones we've gotten, we've done.
To your knowledge. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to be honest with everyone.
I've not withheld any...
Oh, that's true.
What?
You could have withheld it from me.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't.
Well, we're going to finish this discussion later.
Swear to God, pot of the moon.
Pot of the moon!
Yeah, but thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.